The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
Friday, the second day of February 2024. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamel Hartman, and Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring you what's trending. Just going to let you know what's trending. So I did get a report that there's something going on with Instagram. So we aren't over on Instagram this morning, having some challenges. And as you know, technology happens. It happens, but happy Friday, everybody. For those of you who do work a traditional work week, happy Friday to you all. We have a new feature and a new sponsor partner that we're going to announce today. Well, I'll just tell you now. So Fridays is for fun, or at least they should be, but every day should be. So we're going to start a new feature brought to you by our good friends over at Mailboxes called Friday Fun Day. And you all are going to love this. You're going to love it. So you want to stick by after the news break. We're going to do Friday Fun Day for the rest of the show. And don't forget, someone's going to be eligible to win a little something as well, because we have, let me just check. NTS, Traveling Trotty, and Renee Simmons going in the draw. We might actually do a little, we haven't done the draw giveaway, that thing where your names go round and around and around, that circle thing, in a while. So we may do that as well. Karen Simmons says, good morning, TDH family. Have a fantastic Friday and stay safe. Have some fun this weekend. We're going to start the fun today. We will start the fun today on this show. Tanya Cheeseman says, good morning, Jamel, and good morning to you, Tanya Cheeseman. Hopefully you had a wonderful anniversary on Wednesday. And folks, we're going to have some fun. And things become more fun when we have more people involved. So it's your friends and your family and your boys and your boys and your girls and everybody, even those people you don't like, because we're going to have some fun, all courtesy of Mailboxes today. All right. Well, let's bring Maya in just to see what's trending, see what she's got popping in the news today, and then we'll get into today's discussion. Come on, MP.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mm-hmm. How you doing?
I'm doing fairly well. Woke up black and beautiful. So
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like that. On a good fun Friday. So what's trending? What's popping? Anything good?
some good things coming up. So for your highlights this morning, the Fairmont redevelopment has kicked off, and police are also making a witness appeal for the collision that occurred on Wednesday. And lastly, for the first time ever, a Bermudian is the National Olympic Committee assistant to Team Bermuda for the Olympic Games.
That's a first.
That's a first.
Interesting. Looking forward to hearing more. It is Friday, and I'm not going to put you through a joke today. How's that?
Thank you very much.
My goodness. Wow. You definitely got one coming on Monday. Oh, I couldn't have told her. She might call out. All right. See you later, MP. One day she'll appreciate my jokes, folks. One day. I'm telling you. So let's get into the conversation. It is Friday, and it is the second day of February. And I think the question is very simple. We're trying to build community. Through these conversations, we're trying to improve things, become better as a country, an island. And we have to take it in steps. We have to take steps as we build and we get to where we'd like to go. So the question of the morning, very simple, is what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians from the first month of the calendar year? January is done, it's over. What are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians from the first month of the calendar year? Now, before you answer that, ask yourself this and answer this. Let's talk about it. Did you have a good January? Did you, as an individual, did you have a good January? Did you, again, I think we're in a season where we don't make resolutions anymore, right? We just try to live better lives all the time. But we still do set new goals for ourselves, right? How'd your January turn out? Did you accomplish what you set out to do? Whether it was, what's that stuff called? Dry January, or eating better, or decluttering, as Jody Virgil would tell us to do. Like, what did we do? What did you do? Did you have a good January? Did you accomplish anything in January? And then, of course, the question, what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians from the first month of the calendar year? Let's go to the audience. We have, well, a happy Friday to you as well, Corlita Davis. Haven't seen you in the comments in some while. Traveling Trotty says, I have had a fabulous start to 2024. Blessed. Speak to us more, Trotty. What was so fabulous about your start? Did you accomplish any goals, or did you set new goals? Tanya Cheeseman said, I had a good January. There we go. Audience, let us know. Did you have a good January? Did you have a good start to the calendar year? Did you have a good start to the calendar year? And then, what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians? What are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians from the first month of the calendar year? Now, I'll share with you a few. I think a win for Bermuda, and a Bermudian in particular, was Dage Minus winning again on Front Street, which, again, this is an Olympic year, right? So hopefully he can build on that. That, to me, is a win for Bermudians and Bermuda. I remember a time, I'm pretty sure Bermudians didn't win that race. Nicole Hassel says, my goal was to exercise more, but I only exercised 4 days in January. And guess what, Nicole? We've been blessed to see February, and now we can turn that 4 into 5. And we can build on that. Let's not put too much pressure on ourselves, right? I had goals for January as well. I got sick and wasn't able to accomplish a lot of them. Think about that. Traveling Trotty stole one of mine. She stole one of mine. She said, expansion of Bermuda destinations. Well, I had that written down here. I tell you, we're thinking of like Traveling Trotty, but that's huge. That's a win for Bermuda and Bermudians, right? 2 new destinations in Baltimore and Orlando. That is a win for Bermuda. That's a win for Bermuda. This is something that we can build on. Audience, where are you? Where are you this morning? Did you have a good January? And what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians from the first month of the calendar year that we can build on? We're brainstorming this morning. We're going to make our community better. We're going to make it stronger in 2024. But we have to do that by brainstorming and then acting. Tanya Cheeseman says, wanted to take the month easy and was able to do just that. That's what made her January good. I love to hear it. Hadley and Swan says, I was really looking forward to a joke today. Well, you've got something even better than a joke coming. It is Friday Fun Day, a new feature today that's brought to you by our good friends at Mailboxes. Thanks again to Mailboxes, our latest sponsor and partner on the Daily Hour. Folks, give some love to Mailboxes, and we have some things that we'll be helping you with. If you if you will ship anything to Bermuda, we will be helping you do it through Mailboxes. So stay tuned to that. But again, question of the morning, did you have a good January? And what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians? I don't know if this is a win, and I don't want to offend anyone, but the conviction of Kamal Worrell was a win for the community in some way. I think that it sparked conversation about helping people and women. It also, I think the community felt relieved after so long. And, still, as Maya asked the commissioner of police, we still don't know where Chevelle is or what happened with Chevelle. So that's something. Um, we've got Traveling Trotty says a personal win offering a women's only trip to Colombia this summer. Well, Traveling Trotty, I had someone ask me, "Oh, we should go on that," and I was like, "I don't think boys are allowed." so I had to cancel myself out. I couldn't come, Traveling Trotty. So I'm looking forward to when the boys, the fellas, the gents, the men are allowed. But I'm wishing you the best, and I hope that people do take advantage of that, because you see more and more of these trips taking place. Folks, I'll tell you what. I love to see people jumping on trips where they don't know people, where they just go for the experiences and get to know new friends. Like, the world is a different place. I love it. Some more January wins for Bermuda and Bermudians. And thank you so much to my road dog, my homie, my tag team partner, Maya Palacio, feeding me. I must add to Dage, not only is it an Olympic year and Dage won again on Front Street, but he's the first and only Bermudian to win the Front Street Mile, which is huge. Because again, like I said, when I was young, I don't remember Bermudians winning that race. Now it's a norm. So that's big. Carry Genetics, Dr. Karika Weldon's organization company, celebrated 1 year and launched Seek to Know, Seek to Know, a certified DNA service. And then, how could I forget this? Leilani Nesbitt, who Maya interviewed last Saturday. That's another big win for Bermuda. A woman, if I'm not mistaken, the first Bermudian woman to be drafted. First woman. That's huge. These are things that we can be proud of, folks. These are steps. These are things we can build on. First Bermudian woman to be drafted in the first round. This is huge, and we need to celebrate these wins for Bermuda. Let us know, what are some wins for Bermuda and Bermudians in the first month of the calendar year. We've got Dage, we've got the conviction of Kamal Worrell, we've got Bermuda's New Destinations, we've got Carry Genetics, we've got Leilani Nesbitt. What do you have? What are some victories? What are some wins for Bermuda? What are some wins? Karen Simmons says she had a good January, exercising more consistently and stepping out of her comfort zone. Decision to adventure to Colombia this summer with Traveling. There you go. I love it. TDH community, are you all going with Traveling Trotty? I think Traveling Trotty is coming on the show soon and talk about this. She says, "I got you, Jamal." Traveling Trotty says, sharing the story of Debbie Jones Hunter with the community. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to touch on that. And I said it yesterday as we were discussing Black history. I shot a message to Larry Marshall Jr. yesterday. He hasn't responded. I don't know if he's read it yet. But I said, you see this. I mean, people are still engaging with that post that Maya did. I said, this is what's expected at the highest level. The purpose of the company is to educate, engage, and entertain. And the education component is something that we take so seriously, in particular Maya when she's doing her news. If you notice, it's not just your typical news. It's bringing something. She turned a conversation into a clip that has traveled far beyond Bermuda to be recognized, honored, celebrated, and respected by people. And I'm glad that we are able to have this platform where we're not just sharing political jargon, or propaganda, but we're having conversations that educate, engage, and entertain our community in a way that helps them in whatever they decide to pursue. All right. Again, what are some other wins, folks? What are some other wins for Bermuda and Bermudians? Give us something. What you got? What you got? What do you have? There's too many people tuned in right now for us not to have more wins. I mean, I know it was a very rainy yesterday, but it was a drier January for compared to probably the entirety of last year, right? It wasn't as much rain. Is that a win? We did have a road fatality in the first weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So I was gonna say, but no, we did have one. Tyra Simmons says Daniel Augustus golf. What did he do in golf? Like Leilani Nesbitt football, but she got drafted. But what did Daniel Augustus do in golf? What was the win? Age minus ran, but he came first. What did Daniel Augustus do? Please let us know. We want to celebrate and honor Daniel Augustus as well. Folks, we've got a lot to be proud of as a very small community. We've got a lot to be proud of. In 31 days, from Dej to Dr. Weldon to Leilani to Adam Scott and his entire team at Bermuda, to the Department of Prosecutions and the Bermuda Police Service on the conviction of Kamal Worrell, there are things that have happened in our community. And when we put aside the anger and the politics, we can actually focus on some of the wins. And it's not just about celebrating the wins. Let me be clear in stating this. It's really not just about celebrating a win. You know, I remember a football player won a championship. And he said, look, after that night we won, we celebrated. No, let's build on it. See, the victory is sweet, but it doesn't last long. So now how do we build on this? And that's the purpose of this conversation. The purpose of this conversation is, okay, we had some decent accomplishments in January. Even Nicole Hassel, you said, oh, I only exercised 4 days. All right. Now we go for 5 in February, and then 6 in March, and then 7 in April. We just have to build on it. We have to build on it. Thank you so much, Tyra Simmons. Appreciate you. She says, Daniel Augustus placed 9th in the Farmers Invitational. Always celebrating our golfers. And I think Quentin Sherlock as well. I think he got a position in golf as well. So congratulations to him. Suzanne Ingham says her number 1 for January. Chevelle's Justice is my number 1. Anthony Peets, he says, great January for Armani, received a fellowship from Meredith's company, and in March we'll host an event called Sing for Autism, Major Accomplishment Forum. Congratulations to Armani. And again, we are proud friends of Armani's Cookies. So I'm looking forward to continuing to support him and shout his name so that everyone knows it. We've got Traveling Trotty. She says, Etienne Wolf named Olympic NOC assistant. I think that's what Maya said in trending. Is that the first Bermudian? Is that the person? Yeah. So that's a win. And thank you, Traveling Trotty. Quentin Sherlock, the new president of Bermuda Golf Association. So these are some wins for Bermuda, you know. Malachi Simons and the crew that went to Dubai is number 2. Well, that was last year. That was in January. Suzanne Ingham. So we're talking about January in particular, January specifically. What are some other wins that we can build on, folks? Let us know what are some other wins. We're going to bring Maya in for the Daily Hour News Break, but don't go anywhere. Someone's winning something today, but also Friday Fun Day brought to you by Mailboxes is coming up after the news break. So do not go anywhere. All right, let's bring in Maya Palacio for the Daily Hour News Break.
Good morning. Good morning.
Greetings, MP. How are you?
Feeling pretty good.
We love it. We love it. We love it. Well, MP, anything we haven't said that you thought about that could be a win for Bermuda and Bermudians so far?
Honestly, my mind goes straight to our athletes. So that's that's what I was thinking of. Like, I'm trying to like get my mind into okay, what outside of the athletes has Bermuda like accomplished that's been really great for Bermudians. But like even just recently with Janai Panchi, Shakai famous with the high jump as well, and her breaking another indoor record as well. It's just our athletes are just doing amazing consistently. It's the Olympic year, so my mind's just straight onto sports right now.
Indeed, we completely understand, MP. What you got in the news break for us today?
Well, good morning, everyone. On your news break this morning, brought to you by People's Pharmacy, West End Properties announced that work on the Fairmont Southampton redevelopment has kicked off, saying that the important milestones reached so far, as well as an estimate timeline for those to come. So here's a quick little video just showing what they have already kind of been working on as you see them opening up and getting things done. So a press statement says that work is commencing on a number of areas of the Fairmont Southampton Princess. And some other things to note for them is that, for instance, at the Waterlot Inn, Bermuda Base Atlantic Mooring, we'll be removing the old dock and installing the new docking beginning in early March. And local contractors, BCM Constructions, will be responsible for the interior renovations at that restaurant. And West End Properties and Gemcom say that they are aiming to once again welcome locals and visitors to the Waterlot, as well as boats to the dock as early as this summer. So they have really big plans to really ramp things up quite quickly. And progress is also being made at the Beach Club, where BCM Construction had men and equipment on the site this week to begin the necessary demolition work. This phase of the project will be followed by construction on the new space, and the Beach Club is scheduled to open, I guess you kind of guessed it, Jamal, in the summer of 2025. And currently, they estimate that approximately 200 jobs will be created for local talent throughout the renovation of the hotel and beach club.
There's an election coming up. Yesterday was Optimist Day, so it's not today. So I can be a pessimist. I would love to be optimistic, but I've seen too many things break ground and not fulfill completion. Now, this deal may be so great that West End Properties and Gencom follow through, but I'm a person where I'm going to be stand on the side of remains to be seen. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, well, everyone just keep your eyes peeled for the summer and see if they have updates about not locals can actually be there in the spots that they say they will be. Now, in other news, there is still a witness appeal for the two riders who were hurt in the collision along Crow Lane, Pembroke on Wednesday afternoon. Police say it now appears that the two vehicles' collision occurred around 1:15 p.m. on the Wednesday when a motorcyclist traveling along Crow Lane leaving the city of Hamilton and the rider of a 50cc scooter was traveling in the opposite direction along Crow Lane collided at the junction with Sperling Hill. Now, Bermuda Police and Fire and Rescue did attend, and it is understood that the 17-year-old local male who was riding the 50cc scooter was treated at the scene for non-life-threatening leg injury, while the motorcyclist, said to be a 43-year-old Pembroke man, apparently sustained injuries to his face, hands, and legs. So inquiries do continue, and they're asking anyone who witnessed this to please contact Jordan Basin, the acting sergeant, at 211. Definitely something to definitely look out for there. And in more like traffic related news, the Department of Transport Control, TCD, says that customers that are printing of driver's license is currently unavailable. So if you're looking to do that, don't right now. Say during this temporary distribution, TCD is issuing receipts to confirm license renewals, but the network engineers are working to resolve the issue as soon as possible and to restore this service to the public. But as of right now, they can't print any new licenses.
I was just going to ask. I'm like, I hope they're doing something for people whose licenses are expiring, but interesting.
Yeah, they will have something, but they just won't be able to have a hard copy for you right now. In more traffic-related news, though, and if this is something that you normally do, either an event, you're looking to close the roads, it's something we want to pay attention to because the ministry is urging road event planners to plan ahead for smooth approval. This advice appears to anyone wishing to apply for a permission to hold a party, celebrate events, or sporting races on public roads. The ministry has observed a trend where they're noticing requests for road races, bicycle races, and party events on public roads are submitted merely a week before the scheduled event. So this time frame obviously possesses some challenges for them when it comes to renewing and obtaining approval and everything and the like. So they're asking fans to please submit their requests at least 3 weeks ahead of time. And if that's something that you typically need to do or know someone who does this, that's the contact information if you're looking to get permission to close down a public road for an event.
Okay. I I I guess my question, don't get mad at me, folks, because I love the Gumbears. Do Gumbears need permission to close down a like road?
I don't believe so.
All right,
I,
just because I guess what I'm asking is what's considered an event? Because at the end of the day, I would hate the day that it comes when they try to say you need a permit and I don't know if they do, but just interesting because it's so such it's an embedded and it's embedded in our culture, but very interesting.
yeah, like I would say like the Fun Street Mile, an
Yeah,
event, like things like that.
that stuff.
And yeah, things things that we kind of know is happening, but still want to get there ahead of time. Now, in other news, what you mentioned this morning and what was also said by Traveling Chuddy, still in my news, the Bermuda Olympic Association is pleased to announce that sorry, Atine Wolf has been selected as the National Olympic Committee assistant to Team Bermuda in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Now, Wolf is a Bermudian and is a first-year student at the University of Ottawa in Canada, a graduate of Walk Academy, where he was a student leader of the Human Rights Project. He is also an avid basketball player and trumpeter. So the chief decommission, Couture Horton, parent chief, said that Team Bermuda has never had a Bermudian NOC assistant in a major festival before. So this is a major cup for us, a unique opportunity for a French-speaking Bermudian to be in the throes of the most prolific multi-sports event on the planet. The NOC assistants are very much a part of the team. They spend time in the village and at venues supporting and assisting athletes, officials, guests, and support staff wherever they may be required. Wolf's fluency in French, familiarity with France, and organizational skills, ability to work under pressure, and passion for sport will be an asset to Bermuda's Olympic team as our athletes shoulder the mammoth task of providing excellent sporting representation for the country in Paris. We are grateful to have him aboard.
No, I love that. I love that. I'm excited for the Olympics. These summers excite me because I watch the Euros and then I watch the Olympics. So yeah, always a great year.
Yeah, and it's quite impressive because there's like over 300,000 applications received just and like over 45,000 for like volunteers. So for him to get this is a really big deal, and it's nice to have a Bermudian for Team Bermuda.
Yeah, good stuff.
Very amazing stuff. Now, here's another one for you. If you're someone who's very much so into TikTok or knows a bunch of students or children in your life who are obviously using the app profusely, then this is probably something you want to know because a big thing has happened in the TikTok universe where Universal Music Group has refused to sign on for another contract with TikTok. That basically means that a lot of music that was on there is no longer on there, and a lot of videos that have been uploaded with certain music is now muted, which is kind of bad for the content creators and, just the entertainment value of the platform in itself. There's other values to it, but music needs to be the really key factor. And Universal has artists like SZA, Drake, The Weeknd, Taylor Swift. So there's a lot going on. But here's a quick clip from one of my favorite TikTokers actually that do a lot with news, just kind of breaking it down for anyone who's interested to know what's going on or what the young people might be talking about.
So TikTok pays music publishers a fee that allows you to use music on your videos for free. But now the second largest music publisher in the world, Universal Music Group, has refused to extend their contract with TikTok, and it expires on January the 31st at midnight. And they wrote a massive, pretty angry statement basically calling TikTok cheap, saying TikTok is trying to build a music-based business without paying fair value for the music. They also said that TikTok is allowing the platform to be flooded with AI-generated recordings, which is nothing short of sponsoring artist replacement by AI. TikTok then clapped back with their own statement, saying Universal Group has put their own greed above the interest of their own artists and songwriters, and that TikTok has been able to reach artist-first agreements with every other record label and publisher, saying clearly their actions are self-serving and are not in the best interest of their artists, songwriters, and fans.
So couple things. I think there's a lot of positives in this. Number one, I love actual people who speak where I'm not distracted by music. So the music doesn't bother me. It's not going to sway me either way. However, there's an opportunity for independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is the biggest thing. Okay, UMG want to take the music out. Well, welcome in independent artists. Work with independent artists. TikTok, you're big. TikTok. Create something where independent artists can now get $1 off of every video that's using their music. I see this as an opportunity, not a bad thing. What are your thoughts, audience?
Especially if you're a big TikTok user. Like you said, Jamal, I'm pretty big into storytelling and news. That's like my main thing that I love to go on TikTok for. So I don't really focus on the dances, but a lot of people actually do use that music though underneath, like sometimes the storytelling. So it's not their own original audio. So now that audio is gone, which is that's really bad for a lot of creators who have been doing that. Like sometimes you don't even need that audio and it's on mute, but they put it there because it's a trending noise. So now their content isn't even, there, which kind of does suck for them.
Work with some independent artists, TikTok.
Yeah, there's some growth there. So it's going to probably be in a different direction. Now, in your final news for today, just something that you should be aware of, that the severe weather the other night did postpone the RBR's Royal Bermuda Regiment's regiment enlistment night that was supposed to occur last night. So now that will be an event that occurs on Monday, February 5th. So if there's anyone who did want to enlist with the Royal Bermuda Regiment, that'll now be on Monday, February 5th at 6:30 p.m.
Okay. Get there, folks.
And in your weather for today, we're looking like a mix of sun and clouds. So thankfully not rainy like the other day, with moderate winds, a little bit strong sometimes in the late afternoon, and a high of 67. So not too bad of a day.
All righty. Well, thank you. Much better than yesterday, right?
Yes, much better.
Yeah. Well, Maya, there's so many different days. So without focusing on one, we'll say, you know what? It's World Play Your Ukulele Day. It's National River Day. Bubblegum Day. Number Day. Catcher's Day. Candlemas Day, like candles. Hedgehog Day. Working Naked Day. What? Groundhog Day. National Wear Red Day. And Give Kids a Smile Day. And there's more.
Of course there's more.
Sled Dog Day. Marmot Day. Tater Tot. Okay, we're stopping there.
Oh, so are you waiting for me to pick the day that I want?
Which day you want? Tater Tot Day. It's World Wetlands Day.
No, I think I liked River Day, and I also like the candle making day because I just made candles the other night.
Well, let's go to Candlemas Day. All right. So Candlemas Day, also known as the Feast of the Purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary, or the Feast of the Presentation of Jesus Christ. It is a holy day in the Christian religion, which commemorates when Jesus was presented at the temple. This account can be found in Luke 2:22-40. So
I thought it had to do with making candles.
Well, I had no idea. So that's Candlemas. And you said river?
Yes.
All right. So river. History of River Day. Bodies of fresh water, especially rivers, have been foundational in the development of human civilization, with the necessity for people to live very near a water source. The flow of rivers has often been one of the most important factors in determining where a family or larger community could settle, providing a supply of steady drinking water, as well as opportunities for keeping crops watered and even allowing for transportation and trade. So yeah, it's really about the health and what rivers do for us. And I remember saying to people, man, Bermuda really doesn't have any rivers. When you go to the Caribbean, so many islands, they have rivers, young children in there bathing or washing clothes and so on. We didn't have that luxury. I saw rivers as a luxury, honestly. When I grew up, I was actually upset we didn't have rivers.
Really?
Yeah, because of the things that you can do in a river. But anyway, hey, I'd like to do some whitewater rafting in Bermuda one day. Maybe we could create a man-made one. No, we ain't got the money. Maya, are you gonna stay in the comments for Friday Fun Day?
Of course, it's the first one.
Folks, it's about to be some fun. It's about to.
I don't get to win nothing though.
Nobody wins. We're having fun.
Okay. Well, I always comment first. I never win anything. It's unfair.
Oh, it's a conspiracy, man.
Just saying, it's unfair.
On that, you have a wonderful weekend. All right.
Bye.
All right, Maya Palacio, folks. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. Friday Fun Day brought to you by Mailboxes. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be fun. Let's let loose, have some fun as we take off into the weekend. And don't forget, we've got that giveaway later. We're going to add somebody else into the draw through the little tool that goes round and around and around. All right, stick with us. But during the break, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like, and make sure you share the link so that we can add more people to our Friday Fun Day party today.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Anyplace else.
Take a look at our workwear for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Paired with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear, you can't go wrong. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
All righty, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again. I'm Jamal Harp, and it's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Hey, let me say this. February 2nd, it's my little youngest baby sister's birthday today. I'm not quite sure. I forget how, last time I asked her how old she was, it was so young. And I said, you're only what age? Like you were born in like the 2000s. So she's very young. But happy birthday to Jada Wada. And hopefully she's staying warm up there in the Northeast. But it's fun day. It's Friday Fun Day. Brought to you by our good friends at Mailboxes. An audience, I want us to have fun every Friday, regardless of what's going on in our lives. I'm grateful to Mailboxes for getting behind this to ensure that we can bring some good, healthy, and fun energy to what we're doing. Are you ready for Friday Fun Day? I need to see some excitement from the audience. Like, do you want to know what Friday Fun Day is about? Are you ready to experience your first Friday Fun Day? Do we have any Work Academy people in the house? Because I know that the gentleman from the Olympics just now at Work Academy. Every time it's like more and more people in Work Academy. Do we have any Barclayites in the house? How about Warwick Sac or St. George's Sac or Sands or Northlands? Cedar Bridge. Where you at? Ready for some Friday Fun Day? All right, Traveling Trotters, yes. We've got a yes from Rosalind Famous. All right, I think they're ready. They're ready. Let's have some fun. All right, Friday Fun Day. Let's do it. And this segment, as I stated, is brought to you by Mailboxes. So here's the question, Friday Fun Day. And we're going to be respectful. Here's the question. You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? This is your first Friday Fun Day. You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? If you eat what? What makes you Bermudian? You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? Here we go. All right. Beef pies. But Rosalind Famous, hold on. In particular, DeGraff's beef pies, right? Come on, Rosalind. Traveling Trotty, you're about to start a fight out here. She says mayo on everything. Traveling Trotty, I saw on Twitter the other day people arguing about mayo. I'm going to have to say it. I'm that unique Bermudian who just doesn't understand the like for mayo, but you're right. Bermudians love themselves some mayo. All right, you know you're Bermudian if you eat what? And we have people saying codfish and potatoes, says Charmaine Richardson. All right, you know you're Bermudian if you eat what? Karen Simmons says loquats. Doesn't get more Bermudian than that. Maya also says loquats. Stacey Ann Brown says codfish and potatoes. Sonia Clark says codfish and potatoes. Kathleen Swan says codfish and potato. Renee Simmons, codfish and potato. We got codfish and potato, Shika Reyna. Sahima says codfish and potatoes. I like this one. Snowballs, right? You know you're Bermudian if you eat snowballs. We've got peas and rice, Suzanne Ingham. Yeah, because some say rice and peas or rice and beans. Yeast popcorn. I think that is uniquely Bermudian. I don't see it anywhere else. I don't see it anywhere else. How about you all? Rosalind says, no, not the grass. Stevens beef pies for me. Yes, Mr. Stevens and Miss Stevens. I can't argue. That was a good lunch vegan. That's what we called them back in the day, lunch carts or lunch vegans, because now everything's called food truck, right? All right, folks, question. You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Marquita Lee says loquats also. Lorna Minor says codfish and potatoes. Maya says mayo is disgusting. I don't get it, Maya. I don't get it. Fish cakes on hot cross buns. You know, I'll never forget. I was around some Jamaican family one time. They could not believe I was putting a fish cake in between a hot cross bun. They're like, you're putting that between there? That is uniquely. Folks, I don't know about you. I don't get offended. I don't get offended when people think some of our norms, Bermuda norms, are weird, you know. I actually love it because it's like our uniqueness is what makes us special. You feel me? Again, you know you're Bermudian if you eat what? Sonia Clark says, especially peas and rice and Spanish rice. She says, Manuela Johnson says, hot dogs with mayo and relish. Codfish and potato, says Tanya Cheeseman. We've got fried Korean pie. Kiara Sumner says fried. It has to be fried. I saw people, they say that they put their Korean pie in their air fryers now. That's how they do it. Is that something that you all do know? We've got peas and rice, Renee Simmons. What else? What else? Yeast popcorn again. Cassava pie, cassava pie. We've got more cassava pie down here. We've got fish cake on a coffee roll. Are coffee rolls unique to Bermuda? Because usually, like, it's cinnamon buns in the US. I don't know about the UK. Carol Griffith says beef pie with mayo. Here comes that mayo again. This one, glass candy. You know you're Bermudian if you eat glass candy. I'll be honest with you. I used to love to chew. So I never particularly enjoyed glass candy because it was so tough I couldn't bite and chew it. So you just, you were only able to suck it. So that was tough. Sahima says cassava pie with chicken. Gross. So she don't like that. I prefer my cassava pie without myself. Korean pie. What else, folks? What else, folks? What else we got? You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? And again, this Friday Fun Day, which we'll be doing every Friday, is brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Thanks again to Mailboxes for coming on as of February 1st as a partner on the show. Traveling Trotty says bacon and cheese on a coffee roll. And when I used to eat breakfast foods, I used to love egg, bacon, and cheese on a coffee roll. That was my jam. Maya Palacio says, oh my God, I haven't had glass candy in years. I need. That was a thing growing up. You know, the school bake sales and people bringing all this different stuff. It was a thing, Maya. Johnny Bread, Traveling Trotty said, I've been to other islands and they refer to it as Johnny Cake. Is it the same thing, folks? Johnny Cake and Johnny Bread? We've got Marcus C. Phillips, fish from St. David's Seafood, he says. I was actually shocked no one said fish sandwich or like no one said spiny lobster and I guess you could get spiny lobsters anywhere, but to me, uniquely Bermudian, I would say so. Sahima says hamburger or fish cake on a coffee roll. We are so unique. We are so unique in our loves and our likes. Sonia Clark says homemade Johnny bread and cheese. You know you're Bermudian when you eat homemade Johnny bread and cheese. Oh, there we go. Turbot chest. Marquita Lee says turbot chest. Oh, here someone goes. Swizzle. Does it really get any more Bermudian than a swizzle? You know you're Bermudian if you drink a swizzle. Wahoo nuggets. I had never heard of wahoo nuggets in the US. I heard of catfish bites, right? But maybe that is unique to Bermuda. Codfish and potatoes, Sherilyn Johnson. She says, Ebony Sousa says, coleslaw, cheese, and hot sauce on a fish sandwich. I think coleslaw on a fish sandwich has got to be the most uniquely Bermudian thing as well. Like, people still find it interesting that Bermudians eat stacked fish between bread, right? I'm like, well, you all have cheap fish on the bun at McDonald's and Wendy's. Thankfully, Sancho's not on, so she can't give me nothing about that. Coconut rock cakes. Oh, I haven't seen those in a long time. Fish chowder. Fish chowder. Hoppin' John. Okay, this was okay. Can you explain, Barbara Darrow, what Hoppin' John is? I first heard about Hoppin' John when I worked for Bermuda Tourism. Maybe it's my age showing. Maya, yes or no? Do you know what Hoppin' John is? Explain that. But apparently, Hoppin' John is the most uniquely Bermudian thing. Again, you know you're Bermudian if you eat what? Again, this Friday Fun Day segment is brought to you by Mailboxes. Chikarina says, Malasada Portuguese donuts. I remember having a lot. I went to Northland, so we had a lot of Portuguese classmates, and some of them used to bring them to school. Rosalind Famous said, no, not the same thing. Cooking process is different. I forget what she's referring to. Don't know what she's referring to. Dark and Stormy says, Traveling Charlie, you know you're Bermudian if you eat or drink a Dark and Stormy. Fish chowder, says Dawn Santucci Smith. Sharkash. So I must admit, I've had Sharkash a couple times, only like Connie Games and Cop Match. It's not my favorite thing, but I swear that's a St. David's thing or East End thing, but it's not my favorite thing, but I do like it. I would eat it, I should say, but it's not my favorite thing. Dark and Stormy, we've got Rosalind Famous black-eyed peas and rice. Well, that's the only peas and rice I knew growing up. Sahima says gingerbread with bird's custard. Interesting. How about goulash? Goulash is, what's that with the macaroni and hamburger? Is that goulash, folks? Macaroni and hamburger? Help me out. I'm trying to remember. My childhood was a long time ago at this point. Yes, Barbara Darrow says like peas and rice. Hoppin' John. Okay. Corned beef and rice. Honestly, Kiara, I remember, because I didn't eat what my family ate growing up, and them pulling out the corned beef tins, and I'm like, what are we doing? And they're mixing it, and I mean, I wasn't a fan, but I've only seen that in Bermuda. Maybe, is that an Irish thing though? Like, is it an Irish thing? Peas and rice is Hoppin' John. Yes, that's so. Where'd the name Hoppin' John come from? That's I guess that's what the question I was asking. Loquat or Suriname cherry jam and chutney. You know you're Bermudian if you eat that. All right, keep them coming, audience. This is fun. You guys having fun? Are you guys having fun? Like this is sending you into the weekend feeling a bit better than some of these tough conversations. Again, this segment is brought to you by our good friends at Mailboxes. Every Friday, we will be doing a Friday Fun Day, and we're starting off with today's question. You know you're Bermudian if you eat what? And conch stew. This is anyone who goes Cop Match knows that over that 2-day period, I have to have conch stew at least once. If I don't have conch stew, I actually would be upset. Conch stew is more important than fried fish for me. Yeah, it is. All right, we've got bread pudding. Bread pudding, says Tanya Cheeseman. You know you're Bermudian if you eat bread pudding. Misha Fubler says, was going to say loquat jam, but it looks like someone already got it. Okay, so yes, goulash is the hamburger and macaroni together. Okay, got you. Corned beef with hash cakes. Folks, let me tell you a story about hash cakes. So I love seafood, so I grew up loving fish cakes. So I thought hash cake was like the same thing. Man, Nana was making some hash cakes, corned beef and something. So I'm thinking it's going to be like a fish cake. Bro, did not enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. But Bermudians love a hash cake, man. Love a hash cake. I guess that's a Bermudian thing. Corned beef cakes. Yeah, I think, is that the same as the hash cake? Mystera says gingerbread with lime sauce. I've never had that one. You know you're Bermudian if you eat one. I'm surprised no one said Simmons sherbet, which is no longer around, but that's an old thing, right? Simmons sherbet. But someone did say sherbet shake. You know you're Bermudian if you eat a sherbet shake. Yeah, that's a Bermudian thing. Oh, someone did say it. I'm sorry. Folks, you all are coming through. Somebody did say Simmons pineapple sherbet. Yeah, that's the one. No one said, you know you're Bermudian if you drink Barrett's ginger beer. Come on, audience, where you at? Kiara Sumner says, you're Bermudian if eat a bologna and cheese sandwich getting stuck to the roof of your mouth at lunchtime. Man, I couldn't stand eating sandwiches back in like nursery and primary school because that bread, you're like trying to get it out. I can relate. I can relate. Ginger beer and Kool-Aid. Yes, the picnic drink, right? Remember? Come on, Bermudians. You know you're Bermudian if you drink the picnic drink. Yeah. All right. So look, we're going to take a final break. Folks, did you enjoy this? Was this fun for you? Was this a fun segment? Are we sending some love to mailboxes for this? I'm sorry, Shikarina. Shikarina says she said gingerbread. That's my apologies. The answer, it was so many answers coming through. Homemade root beer, says Rosalind Famous. Did you enjoy this segment? Did you enjoy? Because there's a lot more to come. Every Friday, it's going to be Friday Fun Day, and we're going to ask some fun questions. We're going to have fun. We're going to respect each other. But this is fun. This is it. Okay, Maya, you don't have to get me in further trouble with Shikarina. All right. Oh, we've got to do this one before we take the break. Emily Gail Deal says cream puffs. How could we forget cream puffs? I ain't never seen a cream puff outside of Bermuda. I had to stop eating them once I heard what they were. Sheikah says she's hungry now. Yeah, Sheikah. I want some conch stew now, actually. Got to wait all the way to the cop match to get it. Yeah, sweet potato pudding, says Barbara Darrell. You enjoyed it, Adeline? There you go. Suzanne Ingham, she enjoyed it. Yes. We're going to do this every Friday. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to our website because we're going to be sending you a little something from mailboxes very soon. So subscribe on thedailyhour.com. As a part of this partnership with mailboxes, we're going to be sending you something to help you ship your stuff to Bermuda easier should you need to do so. So don't go anywhere. We're going to add 2 eligible people. We've got NTS, Trotty, and Renee Simmons here. We're going to do the hashtag to get another eligible person, and we'll do the daily play after this break. So don't go anywhere because we want to help you win something. All right, stick with us.
In over 30 years, Mailboxes has brought in millions of packages. That's a lot of packages. We started way back in 1990.
Ship a boombox. Well, okay, sure, we can do that. Check you later.
And ever since, we've evolved with our clients' needs. You wanted packages super fast? No problem. We hired an overnight team to work, well, overnight. Every night. To sort, unpack, and process shipments. You wanted no sales tax? That's why we moved our warehouse from New Jersey to Delaware. And because no one likes paperwork, we do all that for you. Then, we created Dashboard, a seamless customer portal where you can upload invoices and track your packages. And today, we're evolving once again. To eliminate your wait time and to lower costs even further, we decided to start importing and stocking the most commonly ordered items. That's right, we now provide what you want without the wait. Using our international supply chain, our dedicated staff, and our long-standing relationship with customs, we give you instant access to your favorite items, direct from us, at amazing prices.
Amazing prices.
And we think that's pretty neat. Welcome to a whole new way of shopping. How's that? Is that good? Keeper?
All right, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we can have conversations and discussions on a daily basis. Folks, if you appreciated today's engagement, news break discussions, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like, and please make sure you share these conversations with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Let's get these numbers up. Let's make sure our community is feeling the energy from our conversation earlier to let's build on our wins and let's share our fun, engaging space with as many people as we can. And also, do not forget to subscribe on the website, thedailyhour.com. We will be sending you something courtesy of our friends at Mailboxes who we are partnering with over the next 2 years. You heard that, 2 years. All right. So first, we're going to do the daily play to see who's the first person that's going to be added to the draw. And then we'll do a hashtag giveaway to get a fifth person to do the draw. So it's time for the daily play brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right. It's a things you should know. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is something I just did not know. Here we go. In minutes, approximately how long, now this is the most Bermudian question ever. Approximately how long can cockroaches survive underwater? Wow, someone got it. Rosalind Famous, unfortunately, it is not 45 minutes. It's 30 minutes. Tanya Cheeseman, how'd you do that? Wow, Tanya, let me write her name. Let me add you, Tanya Cheeseman. A lot of people said 45 minutes. So Tanya, let me write you. Wow, congratulate her on that, folks. That was good. I honestly thought people would be like 45, 60 minutes. Traveling, try this out. I would have thought younger, like I'm saying younger, lower. I would have thought like 5 minutes as well. But the fact that a cockroach can survive in water for 30 minutes is really scary. I don't like those things. Exactly. Like, it's terrifying. Like, you've ever been fishing in Bermuda off the rocks and you see them? And I'm thinking, oh, just throw it overboard. No, they come back and fly and get you. All right, anyway. Tanya Cheeseman said pure guess. Well, you guessed right. Emily Gail Dill got it right as well. She said 30 minutes. All right, so Tanya's at it. Here's the thing. As I wrap it up, here's the hashtag, folks. The hashtag to one more person's going to get in there. Hashtag the daily hour. Hashtag the daily hour. If you'd like to, we're going to give one more since we missed the day this week with Larry. So hashtag the daily hour, and we'll add one more person to the draw. All right, hashtag. Well, Traveling Trotty, you can't do it. You're already in it. You and Tanya Cheeseman, the first people that did it, you're already in the draw. Well, I mean, that'd be something if they won, right? All right, so just to wrap it up today, folks, I love doing this show. I appreciate the engagement, but I would not do this show if I didn't think that we can make an impact and a difference to improve our community. As mentioned during this show, we have much to be proud of, despite the state of our decaying country. And let's be honest, you've seen the videos from yesterday. You've seen the pictures from yesterday. The flooding, right? The embankments coming down and the like. But we still have some things that are going on that are good that we can build on. And it's up to us. It's up to us to decide what we're going to give our attention to. We can support DAGE. When we travel, we can choose Bermuda Air. We can support the police in their efforts and public prosecutions to deliver more convictions by coming forward. And there's so many other things that we can be proud of. Continuing to celebrate the likes of Leilani Nesbitt and sharing the stories of a Debbie Jones Hunter on this platform. It's why we exist. We understand the stress that so many people are taking on, both professionally and personally. And while this show may be very serious at times with some of the leading conversations in our community, it's also important to loosen up, have fun, maybe a joke of the day, and now Friday Fun Day. Because even when we're going through a storm, we've got to find ways to stay calm and figure things out to survive. My hope is that this show is delivering in that respect. All right, so let's do the giveaway. Let's see what we got, folks. Let's see what we got. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? All right, where's the drum roll? There we go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? D. Renee Dill, let me add you to there. D. Renee. All right, so we've got 2 Renees. So the chances of a Renee winning are 2 in 5. All right, so what we're gonna do, D. Renee, congratulations. We're gonna, where's my special cup to? All right, we're gonna tear this off. See, we try to do this live so you all know that it's not fixed. You know, Maya thinks that it's fixed against her so she can't win. But then you all be talking about us if she did win and saying, oh, you know, how she wins. She's a part of the show. You fixed it to keep the money in-house. And you know how things go. All right, so we're going to shake this up. So that's Tanya, and this is D. Renee. All right, so somebody's going to win a $25 voucher to one of our sponsors. All right, so let me tear this so that it's fair. Because you don't want to, yeah, let me tear that. All right, audience. All right, so here's my lucky cup. Don't laugh at my cup. I see you all. Don't laugh at my cup. All right, we're gonna scrunch them up. Scrunch them up. Name facing inward. This is like what it's like doing it live, folks. Yeah, this live. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. You hear it? You hear it, right? You hear it. Let me put it next to my mic. You hear it? Shaking it up, shaking it up. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. All right, here we go. Let's pull one out. Let's see who the lucky winner is. Renee Simmons. All right, congratulations, Renee. It is Renee. Let's give Renee a big congratulations, Renee. Please send an email to engage@thedailyhour.com so that you can collect your winnings for this week. Congratulations to everyone. Everyone is a winner. And again, please follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Don't forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Monday. Please do make it a safe and a great weekend. Folks, I am out. Peace.